Hey, Pavlovs. How are you doing?
But for you.
Doing good, doing good. It's a little late here, but I think my clock is still adjusting. Hey,
Hello.
welcome to the Drupal CMS launch party.
Yeah,
Yay.
thank
Hey,
you.
thank
Hello.
you for
So,
organizing, Chad. That was very community of you.
Yeah, I really want to keep this stuff going. This virtual meetup stuff is going pretty well, and the launch party was well timed.
Oh, yeah, that's true. How did the last meeting go? I missed it.
It was pretty good. We did talk about Drupal CMS, and I think there's some healthy criticism from a few folks in the community, but I think there's also some very positive things as well. But yeah, it went pretty well. Had about maybe a dozen people.
I feel like if you release a plan and everyone's like, yeah, it's great, they're either lying or it's not great. Like, like you're not going to please everyone all the time with everything. So it's fine. Lots of people are very excited about Drupal CMS. There's a lot of potential. There's a lot of really great things that could come of it. So
Yeah, I think it's easy to be a devil's advocate or to look at I think humans naturally have a negativity bias, but I think it takes a little bit of courage to say, you know what, I'm going to ignore my negativity for just a moment. I'll postpone that. We'll always have time for that. But today, let's focus on what can this actually do for us? Not theoretically, what can I install right now and do with this thing?
yeah, no, I feel that with because I do a lot of process improvement in my job and like I have the data. I have the metrics. I already know like half the time people are like, well, why don't we try this? I'm like, no, it's a terrible idea. We're not like it's not going to work. And I have the metrics right here. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just try it. If it's not going to disrupt anybody's workflow and it's not going to ruin anybody's day, I'm like, we're going to try it. And maybe one day I'll be wrong. And,
Yeah.
I'm open to that.
Well, being wrong is still a reparable thing. And I honestly think that that lean UX approach of like, what can we do really quickly? Like, if it's not vaporware, if I can really spin up a Drupal CMS site and do a couple of useful things, then that's the value proposition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is wildly impressive the amount of work that happened in such a short period of time. Like, I think it was when was DrupalCon Portland?
What was that?
around April, March,
It
April.
was back in May.
May, yeah.
Oh,
Because
Yeah.
that's when it was announced, right?
hmm
I think
Yeah.
that's why 8 months was on the bingo card.
yeah.
There's a bingo card. I've been so busy today.
All right, I'm gonna give you the bingo card.
Oh, oh my God.
The address is great. I'm glad that somebody got this. Drupal dot bingo.
we we're gonna reuse this, right?
I can only hope. I can truly only hope.
No,
Single use only. Is that like single use plastics?
Oh my gosh, this is amazing. I was joking about making I work for a big old large corporation, so I was joking about making all hands bingo cards for our company. But somebody actually did it for the Drupal launch. That's
Oh, they
amazing.
changed it. They randomized it. Oh, this is great.
Yeah.
Last time I refreshed it and I'm like, it's the same card. Maybe it's only one card, but no, it's not one card. I never scrolled down. That's my problem. There's a generate new thing.
There it is. Just like that.
Look at these fancy Drupal people doing their thing.
Can we do DEI bingo at the next DrupalCon or
I
PNP?
imagine whoever built this site could probably clone off of that and fill it with whatever terms you want.
I feel like I could probably click on the the link at the bottom here. I don't know how to pronounce that. Acolono Gambate.
GmbH, it's kind of like LLC or Inc., but I think it's like the German equivalent, if I'm not mistaken.
Um,
Yeah, it's German.
yeah,
feel like-
you're a lucky one because looks like my firewall at the office just blocked this
Oh no.
Drupal.bingo. Yeah, I can actually
And
I
that's
can-
what a VPN
can
is,
see.
right?
I cannot use VPN at the office. Yeah. I tried a couple times, but not.
Mm,
No
No
luck.
joy.
Maybe
don't
you
get
can
to
pull it
have
up
choice,
on your
right?
phone.
Oh, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Let me try.
I mean, it's small enough. Should be able to work. And
Did anybody make the official stream?
I think so. I am recording this. You know what I'm gonna do?
Joined briefly.
I'm gonna share my screen.
I didn't watch a lot.
So if anybody actually looks at this fancy recording of ours, let's see, share. So for posterity's sake.
Ah,
So
I feel like a community gets praised should just be at the center, like it's the free one.
Mm,
Praising the
Yeah.
community.
yeah,
That's
there's
what
no
the
free
launch party
space.
is about.
There should be a free space, right? And shouldn't there be INGO across the top? You know
I don't
what?
know, Ken. I feel
Just
like
Next
maybe
release.
you could fork the bingo project and fix this.
I think another improvement, another iteration. The UX just needs the smallest of tweaks.
I love this. I love this is like the most neurodivergent assessment of the game. You're like, well, I appreciate this game and I appreciate the effort that you put into it.
But
That's not how bingo works. Just so you know.
see, here's this negativity bias coming right out.
yeah.
Let's make it transformational.
We're here to drink tea, Chad. We're here to drink tea.
It has less caffeine than coffee, right?
I don't know. I think it depends on what kind of tea and how you brew your coffee, to
Yeah.
be pedantic.
Well, we do have calf in our household, but we do drink coffee. Not everybody drinks coffee, and that's okay.
When I was in college, I brewed black tea in my coffee. My French press, everyone.
Wait,
Why
are
not?
you having coffee tea?
Well, you put black
Yeah.
tea in with your coffee, and it like you need to build up your tolerance to get there. Like you need to really like train to be able to consume that much caffeine without discomfort.
Just go to your local bubble tea shop and order a coffee milk tea bubble tea.
Oh no.
They do that too, hey? I don't know.
Is that
I
the one with the little like jelly balls in it?
Yeah, the
yoga.
tapioca balls.
Yeah.
And the giant straw.
Yes.
Perfectly, like it's just the right width so you can fire them at people.
Have not tried that,
Yeah.
but good idea.
Speaking from experience here, Faye.
Absolutely.
Looks like you have a good big experience with this, yeah. Split.
Yeah. It's
Good
important
hunter,
to have
yeah.
a broad range of skills, you know, just in case.
So I'm not running this like a meetup because this is a party. I'm just here as a facilitator. So that means that I get to ask you questions.
Wait, isn't that part of facilitation is
Asking questions, making sure that people are being nice, that sort of thing, I guess.
Hi, Irina.
Hi, Irina. How are you? It's been a while.
Oh,
I think you're
Good, good.
there you are.
That's not tea.
Yeah, today's lots of release parties.
I think there were a lot of cakes.
How many did you go to?
What? We released feeds module, so I decided I'll come and show off as well. It coincides with the Drupal CMS to support site builders. So lots of great stuff.
It's a show and tell party.
Well, nice.
Could be.
I love this.
I love it too. This is fantastic. I'm pulling this up so we can all play it together at home, I guess. So do tell us,
Yeah,
Irina,
totally.
what is this?
Well,
What's
I've been involved with Feeds module for the same reasons that Drupal CMS exists to make things more available to site builders and people who want to actually build sites, not just for developers. It's been a very, very well-known challenge where developers want better tools, and they took Drupal to the next level, which works great for developers, except that site builders are a little bit limited. And this is why having Drupal CMS with recipes and without updates, with all the things that were blocking people from doing stuff, it's a huge win for Drupal. And so Feeds allows migrations, not experts, of course, imports from various data sources. And you even copied the actual maintainer. I'm co-maintainer, I'm site builder. If I have to code, I will code, but if I don't have to code, I will do things with blocks. And this is our first stable release to support the same mission that Drupal CMS 1 is supporting. So that's we're adding to the open source basket.
Mhm.
That's what we're doing, adding to the open source basket.
Well, I heard what was the Talking Drupal podcast had a nice episode about Drupal CMS, but also marketing. And Susanna had talked a little bit about the shift of focus of Drupal CMS being marketing people as opposed to IT people. So I think this kind of is falling in that same vein of what Drupal CMS is trying to do with the low code and no code. Is that a good assessment?
Yeah.
There's
Does it?
definitely a very, very big focus on marketing folks, both with Drupal CMS and also just trying to reach and connect and engage marketing people. It's a lot more sort of marketing centric activity for DrupalCon as well. And it's very early stages, but we're also talking about more end user events where we can sort of promote Drupal and engage and get DCPs more active in product development, or not product development, product promotion. So there's lots of interesting things in the works, but yeah, like straight from the top, I can tell you that CMOs are very there's a lot of focus on creating tools that will work for CMOs and that non-technical people can get really excited about. So
Yeah, and that's one of the when we do like content strategy workshops, we oftentimes talk about content sources. And of course, you can have, original content that you make yourself. You can co-create. You can have user-generated content, but one of them is aggregated content. And the idea of pulling from RSS feeds has been, for the longest time, a part of Drupal. But then it got kind of left in the dust a little bit with Drupal 8. So I think this kind of brings it back, and I think this brings something that we've been long since missing in our community for people who run Drupal sites that don't necessarily need to code anything and I mean, it's a content management system. So feed seems to be one of the more valuable things that we could use. I recall when we moved over to Drupal 8 that feeds, when it was ported, didn't leverage the migrate module. Is that still the case with this, Irina? Does it use
Yeah,
something
totally. It
different?
does not, because migrate, this is actually a very good question. So I was super excited about integrating feeds and migrate, and it never happened for a variety of reasons, mostly complete lack of interest on the, this is a very big job.
Yeah.
And we did build something that called migrate plus feeds. Let me pull it up older Drupal. So the
There's a second module. Is that the one that you're referring to?
which one? This one.
Was there a separate module that was supposed to be about feeds and migrate? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
it's called Migrate Plus Feeds, and I put the link in the chat.
Okay,
So
yeah.
this is a very interesting altogether concept. Again, it's all about site builders versus, not versus. This is optimizing workflow and allowing developers to concentrate on what they like the most, develop. When people are building migration, one of the things about Migrate, it's a very old it's not like, it's a kind of ecosystem. It's not just one module. It's a huge ecosystem that has lots of plugins, and it was built in Drupal 6. And it wasn't completely overhauled at Drupal 8 in terms of concepts, and it was built by developers for developers. And it doesn't have a UI. That's number one. And the second biggest problem was that the source needs to be coded, hard-coded in the migration.
Yeah. And that's not very.
And so if you want to integrate, it's just very expensive, because if I want to add, like if I'm using, or what you call it, RSS feed, if I want to have a news integration from different departments, I have, Department of Economics, Department of Physics, Department of, if I want to integrate events from different departments or news, if I'm using Migrate, I have to build, every time I need a migration, I need to put hard-coded source of data, and then push it to production, which everyone here knows it's a very long process. Also, if you make a mistake in the source, then you have to do it again. And so this is not the most efficient way. And also different people do these things. And by separating these two things, by allowing somebody who is expert in data and mapping and coding, you say, okay, we build the migration. And this now is like a node type. It's very similar to the feed type, and node type are very similar. We build the node type, and then somebody enters the actual content. And I didn't really come here to do a solo show. I wanted here to come to celebrate that Drupal CMS has been released with site builders in mind. And I just, as I said, I wanted to just add, my contribution to the open source basket. But it's all about like supporting more efficient, ambitious projects with limited budgets is kind of the line we go with. And it is a huge win that Drupal, that for almost 10 years was going towards in the direction of supporting developers, which is absolutely critical and super important. Because without developers, we don't have the Drupal is coded by developers, but developers are not end users. So now that community is bringing focus back and integrating both end users of this ecosystem and people who actually make the ecosystem is a huge win.
Well, thank you very much for sharing.
like-
This is wonderful. I think this is right in the spirit of what we're celebrating today.
Yay!
Online parties are so challenging.
Celebrate.
Well, thank you very much for joining. Anybody else have anything that they wanted to share? I'll do the 6 seconds of awkward silence all day. Well,
Well,
let me
actually tried through Drupal CMS, and how is it? I haven't had a chance to look into it
Yeah,
yet.
it's a good question, because I didn't try. Still, somebody tried Drupal CMS.
I think it might be fun for somebody who hasn't tried it to go through it and spin something up. Or, I mean, I don't know. If there's no
Yeah.
volunteer, then
Because I downloaded it, but still didn't deploy it.
I think 1x Internet had an in-browser solution. I haven't been following that. I definitely tested it in the browser, and then
Did
that changed, but I
they
haven't tracked.
did they do that thing for the trialing it out?
Um,
I thought there was supposed to be a button somewhere to launch
there,
one
there
object.
is.
Um,
I found it.
You
Drupal
found
Forge.
it?
Yeah, here you go. So we're gonna see how it works. This is one of those live demo situations, so fingers crossed. All right. So
We'll
I,
look.
I put the link in the chat.
Mhm.
I literally just Googled 1x internet Drupal CMS and yeah,
Yeah.
they have a landing page right here, but it looks like access your free demo experience in 30 seconds, the official demo. But it looks like they have a few other things here just to acknowledge. This was also really interesting that they captured a lot of these different features. Susanna from Web was posting these links. I'm like, how do I get to those links? Because this list is really good for people who are doing sales and planning solutions, but it's not on the main Drupal CMS page. um, anyway, it was really this punch list here, which I thought was pretty impressive. And there's more to come too. And there's some things that aren't even mentioned here, like it's not talking about recipes.
Interesting. I was able to spin thing on Drupal Forge instantly, so I actually can click on it.
All right, so get instant access. Let's do it. Ah,
Uh,
Why?
as
Yeah, that's where I
user
got stuck as well, and I'm like, I don't want to sign up for a
example.com
thing.
example role.
The Acquia triad doesn't ask for any information like that. Here,
So
I'll put the link in.
I am curious though, like, should we try this full demo, fully configured, or try that installer? I'm thinking full demo.
let's try full demo.
Yeah. Um, I don't think you're gonna send that newsletter to anyone, but we'll try.
I was talking to somebody.
Confirm your email.
Confirm email, of course.
They're on to you, Chad. They
Yeah,
see
Yeah,
you.
yeah. They are
We're
on.
looking out.
Can I unsubscribe? Can I opt out?
I was talking to someone yesterday who is in tech but not familiar with Drupal, and they said that classic line of, "Oh, is Drupal still a thing?" And then he's like, "Wouldn't it be funny if Drupal released this version that had all these AI tools in the WYSIWYG editor? Wouldn't that be funny?" I was like,
Funny you mentioned that. So funny. Okay, something's happening. I'm using Arena's link now. I
It's so
abandoned the other one.
"Yeah, that's fair. I'll give your feedback to Maddie directly. Be like, oh, we
I
tried,
lose interest the moment I see forms like that.
Yeah,
but
as you should. As you should. Yeah, well, anytime somebody is collecting PII, you should have an alarm bell go off because if you don't know exactly how it's being used, and even if they give you like a privacy notice, which how many of us read all the legal jargon before trying to get the thing?
Even on the Drupal.org page, in order to get that 4-hour trial, it needs your details.
Yeah.
Did you try the? I just put a link in the chat. The
Okay. Okay.
Drupal-cms.org. When I did it before, it fires it up.
Was the login admin?
most likely.
No, actually, that's kind of funny. Why did that? I got an installer when I went there before.
Somebody installed it then.
Might have been me.
What's the password, Liz?
I installed it. I don't know. No,
Is there a password?
is there a
I-
command line where we can use Drush under this,
It-
or like
it
how do
didn't-
we,
it didn't
how
look
do
like
we
this.
use websites?
it didn't look like this when I went to it before. It had like a click to go thing. So I'm sorry. Let me try to find another link that's a step back because this is weird. This I think is broken. I think this is not I mean, this is supposed to be the distribution point, not a.
Oh, it's on
Yeah.
lockdown. It's not
So I
even
think
do node.
I think the problem is that we're developers and not content strategists or marketers. Like I think that's probably what it is, and we can't figure out how to use the front end of a Drupal site because we're just so used to like Drush, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
how do can we just edit a YAML and then
You
create
can
a
click
PR?
on AI. I'm site builder. I can tell you how to edit it.
We need
You
Even
enter,
the
there
It's
are
going
fields.
well.
They tell
This
you
is
what
going
to do,
great.
and they say enter title here, and then put content here. The challenge is that if I'm only on there are a few websites when I know what I want to enter, like on Stanford Webcamp, I know what information I want to put in. On all the other sites, I have only like trial content, something like this. But yeah, it's
Oh
I
no.
hear
How
like lots
come?
of people are trying. So Drupal Forge allows you to
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to pull that up. Oh, there he is. It finally
Okay.
came up.
Yeah, this looks right.
Very nice.
yes,
All
in
right.
text, yes.
What should I choose?
Just
Uh,
click text. You can
How about
select any of those if you want.
how about a blog?
Yeah, and
How about
it
oh,
will
events?
it's kind of like a
the recipe.
multiple selection, yeah? Oh, nice.
So this will create for you person profile recipe and events and blog, but it will not install news template or case studies template.
Okay. Well, I did blog events and person profiles. However, nothing is happening.
it's thinking
Yeah,
the
let's wait, let's wait.
Let
there's
let the
Yeah,
gerbils
don't
run.
rush.
See,
Click harder.
click a few more times.
It's like an
uh,
elevator.
10 more times, yeah.
It doesn't read
the
you until
page
you hit it like 5 or
the
6 times.
Is that
the
what we
page
call
is loading.
click
Don't
spamming?
stress it.
I think we need to motivate the hamster in the hamster wheel.
There we go. Ah,
Oh, it was
All right, somebody
pretty
already did it. All right, I'm viewing my existing site. Now, I don't know if that logs me in though. This is like practically the white screen of death. Well, thank you for joining on this journey through brand new Drupal CMS. Really, this should just be done on a local environment or something. And I didn't feel like dragging through all that with DDEV because I think my laptop would probably slow to a crawl. If anybody else wants to take a stab at it, please do.
I mean, I've got like 20 Drupal CMS installations running in DDEV on my laptop.
Hey,
So,
Dave,
Oh,
you wanna
have you guys really
show off?
not seen it? I can screen share if you want to
Yeah,
see
go for it.
okay,
what
yeah.
it looks like.
You've got
All
driver's
right.
seat. I don't
All
want to
right.
waste everybody's time. It's sort of like there needs to be Jeopardy music with this white screen.
Let me see which one out of all my windows here.
Yeah,
January
live demos.
13th, January 4th. I got the one I did yesterday. Oh, you know what? I can see my browser history. So give me about 45 more seconds
45.
and I'll be ready to share. I'm not yet ready to share. What time did I do this today? So many windows.
Wow. Wow. I just Googled Drupal CMS feature list. And you know how Google has the people also ask? Well, the first one is what are the disadvantages of Drupal CMS?
Aww.
Come on.
Is it one of those AI answers?
Oh, you know what? Here.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. It's from November. It says a steep learning curve and potentially high maintenance costs. I mean, that's not necessarily wrong, but I think Drupal CMS is trying to actively combat that. It's certainly a lot faster than trying to learn something like Salesforce.
Oops, sure they're wrong.
All right, look at that. You got a progress bar. That is a
Yeah.
lot more action-packed than what I was saying. Wait,
Yeah, this is I'd gone in and set it up before, and I had filled out that form when I
Dash?
looked on the.
Look at all these great modules that come with it.
Yeah, trash model. Yeah, what's something new?
Please tell me everybody here has seen the animated GIF of an old guy taking the My Computer icon and dragging it to the trash, and then his computer disappears.
No, that's good. All right. We're computer people. We like watching progress bars march slowly across the
This is
screen.
actually telling you something useful as opposed to giving you some innocuous percentage counter that doesn't really mean anything. And then it
Yeah,
gets
I
hung
mean,
up at 99.
I kind of wish it would leave a trail. I actually yesterday went into the installer.php source code to ponder rewriting this because I was kind of frustrated that it just flashes it out
Yeah,
and
it could be
back,
like
and
a reverse
I
log where it's gray text below the progress bar. I've
that's
seen a few like Linux installers do something like that.
oh yeah. So I looked at the code yesterday, and recently what I've learned is that I can just feed that code into ChatGPT and ask for that feature, and it will spit it out. So I might as well give that a shot.
This is a lot of stuff that normally wouldn't come with Drupal core that a
Yeah,
lot of agencies would be installing. It's very
Yep.
yeah, but
opinionated.
it'd
Speaking
be
Ooh,
of
great.
AI,
BF.
how did you generate your image, your background there, Chad? What tool
Uh,
did you?
that was ChatGPT, and then I put stuff on top of it. Like there's the right there, there it is. That's our,
Hmm.
that's our Pacific Time Virtual Drupal Users Group logo.
I've
Nice.
been having trouble getting Chat GPT to how do you do the logos? Because I've tried to
Oh,
use out
I live
give it images and stuff, and it tells me it
I
won't
just
do
put
it.
I just put Photoshop over top of it. I
Oh,
took
okay.
took the Druplicon and other things and just layered it on top.
Oh.
All right, so we have the Drupal CMS screen
Yeah.
for all those. Um, I'm somewhat familiar with things, but I'm willing to just take take guidance from the studio audience
So,
here
so
for
Luke,
what am I
what do you
saying?
know is what's new? What would a marketing or a CMO person really love about what they're seeing so far?
Kind of a trick question.
Yeah, you're in the hot seat now.
Yeah. I don't have a great answer for that so
I mean,
far.
it's a
I
content
mean,
management system. Let's sizzle on some content.
yeah. Well, if you go into sort of the crate here, I mean, obviously this is just the content types, but
Okay. Okay.
you know,
Wait, why is there an image and document content type? Am I just not understanding?
No, I think they bundled them together. It's create, but it includes the media entities as
Ah,
well. It's not just the content
okay.
types.
I
it
see.
is. So it's Gin as the
Damn.
admin theme. I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure, right? Yeah.
Okay.
And there was. I mean, it's funny. I've been downloading it every day, and there have been changes every day. So I'm not not quite certain what might have gotten tossed in at the last minute.
Yeah. Well,
A
media
lot of
looks like
sample images. Yeah.
looks good. It almost blurs into what we got with umami as a concept. It's not just a completely empty shell where now you have to do all the work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, since rather than like what marketers would like, just for the developers here, why don't we
Yeah, let's see
tour
what modules they added.
through the modules. I'll go here and
Oh, IE.
right away, lots of AI. Get your
Which
buzzwords ready.
Oh, nice.
Also, like screen after screen
Oh,
of nothing but AI things. Look at all that.
But those are all uninstalled, right?
Right.
Mm.
Right.
It is
They're not
trending.
installed out of the box. OAuth is in there. Of
Consumers
course.
too.
I
Autosave,
think
okay.
for AI tools we need some
That,
key.
Yeah, ACA is good.
I'm pretty interested to see ECA has come out of nowhere. I mean, just
Yeah.
just in May in Portland, what's his name? Jugan. You know, I sat at a table with him. He showed me ECA. I thought it was amazing, but now it's like boom everywhere.
Yeah, there's been a lot
So
of talks about it too.
It has been in the work for a very, very long time. I'd say at least 6 years. And it is extremely ambitious and absolutely amazing project that eventually will replace old rules.
hey,
I can't keep doing huge round of applause for people who keep working on this because it's a lot of huge. But
Oh,
and
smart
don't know.
date is there. Nice. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm a little uneasy with the kind of kitchen sink feel to this. Like, there's so much stuff in this.
I think it's
Uh,
because you probably selected all the recipes that it gave you, right?
yes and
During
no. I mean,
installation.
I did in this install, but I've been installing it a lot, and usually I don't do that. Like this particular time around, I actually did all of them, but it's still full even without
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah.
Um,
I really
there's
appreciate the difference in the experience here, especially as like a new web builder. What one of the things when I was new to WordPress is like I don't know which option to choose and which one's the best and why. And I kind of like that with this, you're like, hey, here's what I'm trying to do. And then it just gives you a list of like, here are the tools that we think might be useful. And there's no like this versus that or star system or any of these other kind of complexities. It's just like, do you want telephone numbers or not? Because we'll do that too.
yeah,
Cool. Thank you. Great.
where's the UI for Project Browser? Is that
I
get to
remember
that?
Martin
think
in a
it-
recent
I think it's under extend and then browse.
Yeah, go to extend. And
Oh, it's
then
not there.
Oh, the recipes though. Look at that.
Recipes.
Recipes, but I think there's supposed to be a browse button there if you have
May-
it.
Maybe you
Yeah,
have to turn it on. Is it not on by default? Or is this like a later in the year feature?
Oh, look at this though.
That's pretty nice. Fancy.
Oh, and you can see I didn't click all the things. There's lots of them that I didn't. Click onto that. What is? Oh, okay. Gives me a modal. Interesting.
with the
where's
description twice. We found a bug.
Oh.
yeah.
Get him, Pavlov.
Well,
Okay. Let's raise issue.
Now,
Raise
is
an
it?
issue.
Does it do with the other ones? Let us find out. Yes, it
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, it's a repeatable error. There you go.
Look at that.
It just really wants you to know.
Okay,
Yeah,
who
it
wants
to
the
make sure
credit?
it's heard.
Go at the issue.
Yeah, it's like Teletubbies. Like it plays it and then plays it again.
Luke,
I'm
how
probably
often are you watching Teletubbies? Not judging, just curious.
look. My daughter's now 20, so 20 years ago. I thought Teletubbies was pretty cool. Actually, I think it got a bad rep.
If you say so, I would probably jump on YouTube and watch some Teletubbies. Like, I respect your opinions and your advice. So, I was just curious. I'm not here to yuck your yum. Like,
No. Well, here's the thing, like and this is unrelated to Drupal at all. So I apologize for momentarily hacking the menu.
One
But
of them is
the
bluish
name.
I derailed
purple,
it
looks like
actually. So,
Drupal, kind of.
But when I researched it, because it seems so goofy when you watch it, and then I researched it, and the kind of like developmental psychology that's built into it was surprisingly deep. And one of the things that happens is, they're called Teletubbies because they have television sets in their tummies, right? So at one point, one of their heads starts glowing, and they show like a 3-minute video of some kind of like thing going on in the thing, and then it turns off, and then like a minute later, the head starts going again, and the tummy lights up again, and they show the exact same video a second time. And to an adult, this is like mind-blowingly weird. It's like, oh my God, why would you ever, do that? But to, a 1-year-old kid, the second time through is just the greatest thing that's ever happened. They're like, oh, I know what's going to happen. There's going to be like a cow behind that barn. Yay, there it is. When you can't control your own poop, being able to predict what's going to happen is like a hugely empowering experience.
That's really interesting. That's an interesting take on television. Yeah. I feel like in the 90s, there was a lot of like really well researched kind of educational programming on television, and it feels like it tapered off. And now it's coming back a bit. Like when you watch Heartstopper, it's like all about like each episode they introduce a new topic about, gender identity or how to set boundaries or like all of this really great social emotional learning through the television. Like it feels like for about, 10 or 15 years. Maybe I just wasn't watching TV for those years. I'm not sure. But
yeah, so it's funny. It looks like
There's your project.
Project Browser should be there.
did they call it
Should,
something other than Project Browser?
should we go into the code and look at the routes file and see where to get it? I mean, how do you?
I mean, it
What
looks
What
like it's there.
do we expect from this project browser?
What is actions?
Where do you see actions? Where?
The
Oh,
tabs.
Actions, yeah, settings.
At the top, yeah.
Yeah.
Below
Right,
the-
right under where it says
Oh,
project
there you
browser.
go.
ah,
Yay!
search. The
So
marketers
I'm
are gonna
sorry.
love that.
What do you see when you go on? So again, what do you see when you go under extend on the left?
It's just the regular module.
Yeah, it's modules list.
Eventually,
There there
when
was-
project browser launches, there will be an option to install things as well as uninstall, but it's still in the works. I contributed a couple of years for project browser and it's coming together. So
Yeah.
hope to see that eventually.
It's there, but not there.
It's gotta
It's
be there
probably not ready
somewhere.
yet, but it's coming.
I feel like I was browsing early. I set this up on DDev, and I feel like I had a browse button earlier today.
Yeah, I feel like that's what I remember when I was tinkering around with the release candidate a couple weeks
Maybe
ago.
they disabled it for this thing so people don't just start randomly adding or downloading stuff on it.
Can I add all
That
60,
could be.
80,000 modules?
Yeah, it's a security feature. That's what it is.
Well, let's find out. Let's go project browser and let's see.
Well, that's what it's supposed to look like.
There we go. I want to go source code. I literally am going to go look at the routes. If I can figure out where they are. All right, so that would be in more than I expected. Routing. All right. All right. Where's it going to be? / project browser? Is that the secret?
Or is it admin modules browse?
Well, no. Well, let's try. Nope.
Not so simple.
No.
Oh well.
Chad, what was your suggestion?
I saw another one. It was admin project,
See?
admin module browse. admin
Oh,
module.
browse
Right.
source code.
It
Well,
has
it's
it has a
gonna.
token at the end, so
Fire the beacon.
I mean, you were already at that other one. The
Developments
settings.
project browse.
No.
No.
There was a food beep. I might have to go. I think
Oh no.
it's the
You
beeping
should
told me
eat. You should eat before you forget to eat.
my partner is making dinner and
Well,
ceviche.
thank you
So
for joining us, Faye.
thank you for hosting and coordinating and facilitating and being so community. I really appreciate what you're doing here, Chad.
Oh, thank you, Faye. I
Oh,
appreciate
wait,
you.
wait, wait. We got something. Look at that.
It was great seeing you. I think I also have to
See you soon.
go. So congratulations, everyone, on a big event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rena. Thanks everyone for showing up and helping add energy to the online party.
Yeah. We're the last party online.
Are we?
We are the
Where's Reese?
so.
I thought
In
Reese
Hawaii?
was gonna make a bunch of appearances.
no. Maybe he's here and
Maybe-
I didn't see him.
Maybe showing up incognito. It's been a long day for him, I'm sure. He's probably in bed. I don't know.
I'm actually Dries. This is a very sophisticated AI that's masking my.
You know what? I've met Dries and I don't believe you. All right, my friends, I'm out of here. Hopefully we'll see you in the next PNW virtual
Yeah.
meetup, which is
Uh,
when?
February 5th, I believe. I'm double checking. I'm cheating.
Okay. I'll follow up on Slack and have my
Yeah.
people talk to your people. We'll get something on the calendar
Yes.
and I look forward to it.
February 5th.
All right. Perfect. Bye, y'all.
Right.
Bye bye.
I
Oh, what do you have here?
I have a browse.
Oh, you actually
Ooh.
Oh,
Cool.
So that's it.
it has icons. That's
Yeah,
that's
very
fancy.
fancy. You
Marketers
can
love icons.
select.
Admin modules, browse.
That's in
Features.
tiles. It has numbers, statistics.
Yeah,
It
you
has
can,
sub icons and categories. This is very
if
sophisticated.
I'm feeling dangerous, I can show all projects, not just security policy projects.
Can you only show the insecure ones?
No, that should be a issue.
Living truly dangerously. That's a good absent icon.
That's kind of cool. Let's see how fast we
Do they
can
still have the
see.
pirate module?
Oh, there's a search. You can see.
I think Pirate Day is coming up soon.
Is that really the URL? Modules, browse.
Yeah, that's
Drupal
the
org and JSON
that's the
API.
token.
Drupal.org. Jeez. Pirate. Why is Pirate coming up for migrate tools?
I think the pirate module may not have been ported.
Are they doing? They must be doing some fuzzy search on the.
I
The
think
rate.
maybe it's AI thinks migrate and pirate are synonyms.
Well, the end of it is pirate, kind of. Rate.
Yep, yeah. I get
Good
Maybe
call.
that's why. Private.
Private
yeah,
almost looks like pirate.
Oh. Migrate magician. Yeah. I don't know. Ooh, that's a lot of.
That's a whole lot of modules. It's
pirate.
really struggling to guess something.
Wonder if I can do that. Nope.
Huh.
No dice.
Does anybody know what update extensions means? Because I click on it and it says there's nothing to update. But what is that?
That's probably to update you are in the modules that you have installed.
Because I got a regular update right here. Oh, wait. I have two
have
updates.
two different tab update
So
extension.
we've got modules, we've got plugins, and what are extensions? Well, I guess you could go backwards and figure out what that route relates to.
Automatic update extensions according to its URL.
So is that reserved for automatic updates, maybe?
I'm literally looking it up. Uh,
Yeah, I see an issue that says I had seen that the automatic update extensions module, I guess, or submodule adds the update extensions tab.
that's what it is. And that's kind of an old one. But it's just the word extensions that I think is probably the hang up for us.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I think this is my favorite part is the pre-configured image styles. This is something that drives me crazy every time I
that's a good place to apply AI is creating massive permutations of image styles.
yeah.
Well, good stuff.
Yeah.
Show and
Yeah,
tell.
Drupal.
So general question for everyone. What feature are you most excited about for Drupal CMS from your perspective?
AI. I
Yeah.
want to do the AI thing, and I've seen it. I'm trying to get it to like to the point. Like I just want to have one of these try it out things works to the point where I can do the AI part. That's what I want. It seems a little complicated. Like last time, I think it was Chris Weber was trying to do it before Drupal CMS launch, and it was a little convoluted to get it set up. That's what the experience
So
was.
like Drupal make me a sandwich, and if that doesn't work, Drupal make me an AI that can make me a sandwich. The new pseudo.
Yeah.
Anybody else? What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to experience builder, see if it will finally kill paragraphs or if it will go down the layout builder route.
Isn't it Layout Builder Plus? That's
It's
mine.
supposed to be more powerful, but let's see what the team is building. I haven't been following it as closely as I would like.
Right on. Right on. Who else?
I'm excited about recipes. I mean, it's yet another, we've gone at this many times in the past with, features and
Install profiles.
apps and profiles, but like Charlie Brown kicking the football, I'm going to try one more time. This is going to be the time.
Well, it's not vaporware. It does exist.
One of the things I like is actually having, you saw that choice of recipes on the homepage, and that's just at launch. So that suggests that I mean, it reminds me of the, iPhone App Store at its opening, where there are just like a few things. Like it suggests that there will be a vibrant ecosystem of information architecture prepackaged and that this stuff that's been like on the back burners of Drupal for like since the beginning, like finally worrying about information architecture.
Yeah.
We'll become a first class citizen.
And other features too. I saw something for Google Analytics. I saw a few things in there, but yeah. We used to call that in software development an install wizard.
Right.
The wizard will now install.
Gandalf and his
In my
recipes.
experience, I think recipes will be nice if you are using it with Project Browser, but Project Browser can be extended to a private repo of recipes. Like I imagine an organization, for example, that curates their own list of recipes and they want to spin out sites really fast and they already have their own recipes. They don't necessarily want to put them on Drupal.org or anything, so they're self-hosted, so
Like a
something like
cookbook
that.
repo. Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems pretty doable. I mean, all the pieces are open source,
Yeah.
so adding like another,
When
just
you
just
were going through the extensions list, there was a project browser custom source example module, so I need to dig into that one.
yeah.
Because I think, I don't know, enterprises or things that um, I'm thinking like some people may be familiar with Site Factory, Acquia Site Factory, where a lot of the times you
I think we
have
all are.
these cookie cutter sites, right? So I think project browser with a repo like that could do away with the whole Site Factory cookie cutter site and allow you to spin up sites that have distinct features, but those features are curated the way you want them to be curated.
Yeah. First of
Yeah.
all, what I start thinking it's about site factory for Acquia.
Yeah.
How it's going to work on a site factory for the Acquia.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated to think what kind of, contributed modules for that work with recipes and project browser and these other things, what they'll be able to do. You know, well, we'll be able to take that modularity and plug that into, this new interface that has, you know, the suggestion of an expanded ecosystem of user interface tools.
Yeah.
Anybody else got a feature about Drupal CMS they're looking forward to?
I'm curious about, we have features, we still have features, and we have recipes. It's going to be like a concurrency between each other or replace each other, or it's just like a parallel project. Yeah, because the work we use, we have a lot of project with the features. And I don't know how it will
I
be.
think it depends on what you have in your features. Like if you've extended the feature module to include custom code and stuff like that, then probably it won't be replaced. But if all your feature does is ship configuration, then you could replace it with a recipe.
Yeah, because for Drupal 7, feature model was so cool, so exciting, but I don't know. At the moment for Drupal 10, for me it seems I'm be honestly I prefer configs instead feature, but some things you cannot implement through configs. Yeah, you should going to use feature. But
Do you use features module now?
yeah, for some of our project we use, especially for Site Factory, we use it.
Yeah, I think if you
That's good
want
to hear.
the sites on Site Factory that aren't cookie cutter and everything is the same, features might be the way to go.
Hmm.
Yeah, it looks like it's pretty actively maintained too.
Yeah,
But I
I need to drop
understand,
off as well.
from what I understand, default content is also included in recipes.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, you can ship default content with.
That's pretty tight.
But by the way, our countdown timer has 18 seconds left. Are we going to get cut off when that gets to 0?
No, it's a paid account.
Then what happens at the end of that timer?
Oh, maybe
Anything?
it does. Maybe it does. I don't know.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are we still here? We're still here.
Is this like a Thanos sort of
So
moment?
I'll let you all be because I need to go as well.
I've
a
got
lot for
something on the
Yeah,
stove, so I got to run too. So.
Well, happy Drupal
Thanks
CMS.
for putting this
Yeah.
together, guys.
Thank you, Chad.
Yeah, thank you, and hope to see you February 5th for our next meetup.
Count on it.
All right.
See ya.
Take care, everyone.
You, bye bye.